With update 239, the final lost tape was added to Payday 2, rounding off the build-up to Payday 3's story with Enemies of the State, a look at how the FBI are dealing with the gang's Washington spree. I must confess, this is the first lost tape that's had me barking up the wrong tree in my predictions video. I was genuinely expecting to see the White House story wrapped up here to set up a clean entrance to Payday 3, something that confirmed the end of Bane's stint in charge of the US, leaving the gang exposed to all those hostile forces we've heard brewing in the background of the previous tapes. This would have given the narrative team on Payday 3 a blank slate and free rein to get away from those more supernatural elements of the secret ending without having to explain how Bane astral projected himself into another human being, body snatcher style. As it stands, we head into Payday 3 with a huge question mark over how the true ending of Payday 2 will be handled, but with a little more information regarding who on the police force will be out for blood against the gang. The keycards to unlock this tape are found on the road to escape in Day 1 of Hoxton Breakout, whilst the safe spawns can be located on Day 2 at the FBI offices. The tape itself is titled Connections and plays out as follows.
Well, this bar's not bad. For a dive, anyway.
Yeah? You want another round?
You buying?
2 more vodka sodas.
What was I saying before?
You were about to tell me what everybody's been saying behind my back.
Right! They say you got put on archive duty because you're the laziest agent at the Bureau.
I'm not. Who says that?
Everyone!
Well, now they'll say that about you.
That's what's so fucked. I'm a good agent. I worked my ass off to get on the Payday task force. I was gonna catch those bastards.
And how'd that go?
Show me a list of the best agents in the whole goddamn FBI. I bet $1 million none of them could keep Hector Morales alive.
But they weren't in charge of the op. You were. Congratulations.
I shouldn't be stuck at a desk. It's not fair.
Listen, I was all gung-ho when I joined the task force, just like you. I was just as pissed when they dumped the clown case files on me, but now I'm glad they did.
Why?
Because I realized it doesn't matter if you're out in the field or updating dossiers. Both jobs equally useless.
I don't... What are you saying?
I'm saying we'll never catch them.
Wow. Love that optimism.
They broke into the Bureau's offices twice. They literally walked into our HQ and we couldn't do a damn thing about it.
So what then? They'll just run laps around us until they die of old age?
Oh no, I think they'll get caught, just not by us.
By who then?
When you stare at the case files, as long as I have, you start to see some connections.
Oh God. Is this some Illuminati shit?
When the clowns were working with Senator Simmons...
If there's no hard evidence that Simmons...
It's when. Trust me. And when they worked with Simmons, their crimes didn't happen in a vacuum. They got a senator thrown in jail. They stole valuable tech prototypes. They swung an election, for Christ's sake.
What's your point?
My point is, when they worked with the elephant, people got screwed. Powerful people. Washington people.
And now there's a secret anti-payday committee. Come on!
No, but there are a whole bunch of politicians and lawmakers who want to see the gang get theirs. Somebody's gonna figure that out. They're gonna connect the dots, and when they do, they'll have an entire shadow network of power at their disposal with one purpose, one goal.
Take down the Payday gang?
Take down the Payday gang.
I guess there are worse conspiracies.
My thoughts exactly.
Oh, by the way, I got an email from some agent named Stone.
She's some newbie fresh out of Quantico. Wants access to the clown files. She's obsessed. You get about 100 emails from her a week. Just ignore them.
She'll probably have my old job soon.
Fine. Let her get shot at if she wants to.
That I won't miss.
So if you followed that conversation between Agents West and Kent, two previously unnamed FBI agents as far as I'm aware, both were once on the Payday task force and are discussing the more personal and politically motivated crimes of the Payday gang across the last few years. We learn that West was the agent in charge of hiding and protecting Hector Morales at the suburban safehouse which was raided in Holston Revenge. Again, it's a little up in the air as to when this tape was recorded, bearing in mind that they know the 2 hits on the Bureau have taken place, meaning it has to be post-breaking Feds, so at least in the final months of the Payday 2 narrative, but before the gang were announced dead in the media. Where things do get interesting is around the discussion of Senator Simmons, who we know was arrested prior to breaking Feds on a tip-off by the dentist, but later released due to lack of evidence connecting him to the Payday gang. Here, the more cynical Agent Kent details the connections between Framing Frame, Big Oil and Election Day, and the many people in high places these heists involved hurting. I actually really like this connection, as he makes an excellent point. The gang ruined the lives of high-ranking politicians, scientists, and more importantly, investors who will know exactly who to pin the blame on come Payday 3. Washington people seems like a clue. We're not sure why Payday 3 is set in New York yet, but now I'm starting to wonder if this was a forced decision, with the higher-ups in Washington forcing their hands to, in a sense, begin again, after whatever crackdown has left the gang splintered and down to only 6 members. And again, the implication seems to be that it's a bit of a shadow cabal of the rich and wronged who'll be out for Payday gang blood in the upcoming sequel. One final detail I think will play out more directly within Payday 3, and might even be a character we've already heard from, is this Agent Stone, a new female graduate of the Quantica FBI Academy outside of Washington, who's inherited an obsession with the Payday gang, which sounds strong enough to keep pursuing them even after the official statement of their downfall. We've already heard a female officer within the Payday 3 beta who arrives with the FBI van, creating an endless FBI assault until the antenna is taken care of. She seems a damn good candidate to be this Stone we've just heard about, although that is pure speculation. And somewhat disappointingly, that's all 4 lost tapes done and dusted. I really liked their presentation and execution, although thought we might learn something more tangible after the first 2 tapes than what we ended up with. In the end, all 4 just seem to allude to potential enemies of the Payday gang forming up to create the inciting incident that brings about the events of Payday 3, with the first discussing GenSec's role, the second that of other criminal or mercenary groups who were allied with Murky Water, and the third and fourth the role of the police, FBI and politicians. We still don't know what will lay most of the gang low, but it does seem likely it'll be a combination of many of these aforementioned groups, with organisations like Wixia already cropping up as named targets for potential revenge in Payday 3. I suppose it makes sense to let Payday 3's narrative direction speak for itself, especially as it might be many's first opportunity to set foot in the Payday world, but I'm a little disappointed more loose ends haven't been tied to Payday 2, with certain parts of the story still hanging in the balance, with us simply having to fill many of those gaps with our imaginations. In any case, if the item and weapon descriptions are anything to go off in Payday 3, I have a lot of faith in what the narrative guys can pull off with the new game, and can't wait to sink my teeth into it come September. That said, thank you so much for watching this video. Not my final lore video of Payday 2, if you catch my drift, but still somewhat of an ending to things after all these years. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you all in the next video. A huge thank you to my dedicated Patreon backers. If you want to join this crew in going infamous, check out the link below and pledge as little as $2 to see your name in the credits, or get 24-hour early access to future videos and vote on upcoming content. Take care, I'll see you all soon.